This Indonesian jewel is surrounded by coral reefs and tropical beaches, and of course the friendly Balinese people. It's breathtaking and exotic, its natural beauty and vivid colours are striking. Hello, I'm Paul Hand and greeting badminton fans to the Bali International Convention Centre Westin Resort, playing host to the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. It's the showpiece in the BWF calendar. Following the 6-week European swing, Southeast Asia is where we are rocking it. A 3-week Bali bash rounds out the season with the climatic tour finals for the world's top 8 players and pairs. So the top 8 qualifiers in all 5 categories will compete for those HSBC BWF World Tour finals plaques brought out by our Japanese players. That's what they're gunning for, and of course the generous total prize fund of $1.5 million. So it's one of those very special weeks, the climax of the World Tour. So much up for grabs, so many points and prizes. It's quite outstanding.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the technical police use.
So on Friday's order of play on Show Court 2, we've got the last day of group matches. We're going to get underway with the men's singles from Group B, a repeat of the Hilo Open semi-final 3 weeks ago. Second seed, it's Zii Jia of Malaysia, who'll be hoping for a similar straight game outcome against former world number 1 Kidambi Srikanth. Then the Thai tantalizer and rapid riser Kunlavut Veditsan seeks revenge against Toma Junior Popov. Putting the record straight for the Thai ought to ensure his progression to the semi-finals. And then third up, we've got squaring off for a third spot in women's doubles in Group B. We've got the world number 13 pair, Chloe Birch and Lauren Smith. Today in their way the world number 24 pair, Ashwini Ponappa and Siki N. Reddy. And then sadly, with the retirement yesterday of Yo Jamin from Singapore, she grants a walkover to An Se Young. Likewise, 2 days ago, Kenta Momota pulled the ripcord in men's singles, so we can't even enjoy that mouth-watering men's singles clash of the giants. Axelsen, the recent world number 1, granted a walkover there as well against Momota. Following that, in our second 3 matches on Court 2, we've 3 more mixed doubles and a couple of walkovers thereafter as well. Firstly for Lakshya Sen and men's doubles Olympic champions Li Yang and Wan Jiling also get a walkover, and that is against Ranki Reddy and Shetty because one of the Indians has a poorly knee. So today the groups will be decided, and the top 2 players and pairs from each group will qualify to progress for the straight semi-final knockout draw. So our players being announced onto Court 1, it's Nami Matsuyama and Chiharu Shida, the second seeds from Japan, who take on the Stoiber sisters, Gabriela and Stephanie of Bulgaria, playing off to win that group on Court 1. And here come our players for Show Court 2, Zii Jia being announced. And he will make his walk down, the big, tall, imposing, statuesque figure of the Malaysian. Here he comes, all masked up and looking full of intent. This is, of course, a repeat of the Hilo Open semi-final on Saturday 3 weeks ago, where Zii Jia came through 21-19, 22-20 after 44 minutes. And here is Kidambi Srikanth of India, 28 years of age, 5 years more experienced than Zii Jia, world number 14 at the moment. He qualified in 3rd place for the World Tour Finals, did Kidambi, where they semi-final of the Indonesia Masters, semi-final of the Hilo Open where he lost to today's opponent, and semi-final of the Swiss Open as well.
Start on that side. You serve. Have a good match.
Okay, so Zii Jia, the Malaysian, electing to choose the far side. And it's going to be Kidambi Srikanth, the 28-year-old Indian, to serve to get this last of the Group B stages of men's singles underway. Well, the reigning Olympic champion who beat Victor Axelsen in 1 hour and 14 at the All England Open in the final back in March, Zii Jia, the Malaysian, the second seed here, the 23-year-old. He was also runner-up at the Hilo Open as well. And though he had a couple of first round showings here because he was still struggling after that Hilo Open where he had to retire in the end with a bad back. As he was landing on his left leg coming down from smashes, he was sort of jarring and he really couldn't continue playing. So his 2 first rounds came at the Indonesia Masters and the Indonesian Open as a consequence of those losses. He's had 2 wins here though, which I'll tell you more about later. And then we turn our attention over to this man, Kidambi Srikanth. As I say, he qualified with 3 semi-final showings, the Indonesian Masters, the Hilo Open and the Swiss Open as well. And here, though we don't have the graphics for you, but he lost to Viditsan on day 2. It was 21-18, 21-7 after 46 minutes on this court yesterday. But on the opening day, he beat Tomo Junior Popov, did Kidambi Srikanth. So 1 win, 1 loss. He needs to win today to attempt to qualify to move forwards, the Indian. That's him. Former world number 1, of course, from India. Squares off with the second seed here. He's been there, done it, got the t-shirt. 2017 was where he just had so much success. This year, he's had 18 wins, only 14 losses. Still looks very sharp and qualified, as I say, for 3rd place on the World Tour rankings. So he's had a cracking year. So looking typically relaxed, as is his still-eyed coach, looking deep in thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Zii Jia, Malaysia. And on my left, Kidambi Srikanth, India. Kidambi Srikanth to serve. Level. Play. Service over. 1 love. Love.
Powerful start, the straight smash from Lee. That's gone as well.
3 love.
Well, on paper, Both these two having qualified second in your picture and third in the Indian player opposite. This should be quite a tight affair. What with all the experience of the former world #1 at this near end.
Service over, 1-3.
So if you like, it's kind of old guard here against new guard, really. 28 years of age, taking on the 23-year-old Malaysian. 5 years is junior. Lovely cross net from Zii Jia.
4-2.
Looking sharp, walking tall, buoyed by those two previous victories in his earlier group matches over the last couple of days.
Service over, 3-4.
Yeah, so Zii Jia down to Viditsar, just that little bit too much power. That was 15 and 16 after 51 minutes on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, Lee took out Tomo Junior Popov. 13 and 19, 47 minutes. He's been mercenary so far in Group B, taking no prisoners, laden with smash and very consistent with it as well. No signs of that back problem that he had in Germany 3 weeks or so ago, where he had to pull out after a while against Lo Qian Yu in the final there. That was such a low moment for him. His head was hung low and he had ice sort of on him for quite a while after that final as he left the venue in a pretty flat mood, as you can imagine. Signed autographs though, which is really good of him.
5-5.
Super sharp there from Kidambi. Needs more points like that. Much better.
5.
Suddenly breaks to the front. Encouraging for Indian fans.
Service over.
Not so there.
6-0. Seven, 6.
Well, their encounter in Germany
6.
was a tight one. As I say, it was just almost a 45-minute affair. 21-19, 22-20 in favour of the Malaysian. But it was a very, very well contested, competitive match. And that's where he's dangerous.
Service over.
So strong in his attacks is Kidambi Srikanth, as is his opponent. And to give you some context in the overall group, if Zii Jia wins all 3 matches, he obviously tops Group B, and if Viditsar wins, then they should probably both qualify for the semi-finals. Oh, that's beautiful from Kidambi.
8-0.
Offering a hand of apology about the net cord. But if Kidambi and Viditsar both lose, then we've got 3 players on 1 win each, and it'll come down to who's lost the fewest games.
Thank you.
And points lost as well, possibly, to see who qualifies for the semi-finals. It's all, of course, as it always is on this stage, final day of play of the groups, if whats and maybes. But basically, these players can control their plight by simply winning. Another good strong attack, this time from Kidambi Srikanth. 6 world ranking spots separate these two. 14 against the world number 8. Oh, that's big. Another searing straight smash from Lee.
Service over, 9-all.
Such a good athlete. Got up there and took it really high. Nice and steep.
Hey. 10-9.
Well, after the tearaway start that Zii Jia had, I thought it was looking lopsided when he was 3-0 up in the blink of an eye and then 5-3. And suddenly kind of momentarily lost his way a little. And Kidambi just misses that straight smash, so it is Zii Jia from Malaysia, the second seed here after 7 minutes. That has a 2-point cushion, 11 points to 9. Well, good little bubble or balloon of momentum that Lee is blowing up right now. 3 successive points to get to the mid-game interval. Did Kidambi bring his pin?
11-9.
Well, normally so strong in his attacks, the net getting in the way there. Yeah, a lot of traffic going towards the Lee backhand. Sensible from Kidambi Srikanth. Wonderful straight smash to secure the point. Take a look at this. There was a couple of really good saves earlier on in the point that sort of set the context. A real business-like effort from the Indian, who suggested, my defences are really locked down tight. That was a strong message from the former world number 1. Longest rally of the match, 29 shots. Beautiful from Lee. Really got hold of that.
13-10.
Fierce forehand, flat hard drive here. Well done.
Oh, 14-10.
little bark of approval from the Malaysian. I like that one. That's another excellent attack from Kidambi Srikanth that knows in this opening game the importance of it, given the confidence of Zii Jia. Having won his last 2 matches, Kidambi will know that he's got to really strike early in this match. Otherwise it could be overwhelming from the Malaysian. Oh, it's in. It's landed inside the line, and a misjudgment there. It's a fine return of serve. Well weighted, well measured. Needs to stay in striking distance, does Kidambi. Really great straight net shot from Kidambi Srikanth there, putting the Malaysian under a great deal of movement pressure and teasing out the error from the taller of the 2 players right here. That was super tight. A little glance over the net afterwards as if to say there's more where that comes from Kidambi. Super, very deceptive. Opponent didn't even flinch. That was glorious. Took it nice and early as well, stripping the Malaysian of any time or space. So parity in this tight opener. And suddenly, for just the 3rd time in the opening game, it's Kidambi Srikanth that just pips himself ahead on the scoreboard by a point. Now, can he see this game off? Easier said than done, one would imagine. Oh, that's glorious. Well, we thought the return of serve was pretty deceptive, but the follow-up after the serve, even better. Six points in a row for this man. Super forehand there from Lee. Well, as I said in Germany 3 weeks ago, it was very, very tight. Could easily have gone 3 games. 22-20 in that second game was anybody's. And likewise here. Oh yes, wasn't he fast to close there? 17-all. The Malaysian's first step to the net, very explosive. Interesting. Their body builds, this man. Racing snake lean. Lee just a slightly heavier, more powerful build. Oh yes, that is just outstanding point from Zii Jia. Top draw net play, look at this. Masterful here. High skill level finish as well. Look at that, just opening up the racket face. 10 out of 10. Body attack. Whipped in right in the side of the jaw, I think it was. Look at this, great save there. Look how quickly Kidambi closes there to put it to bed. Anywhere else, and he would have struggled getting that away. It was just perfectly directed. Just tangling the tall man. So if ever you need a good grip on your racket, it's right now.
Play. Service over.
He wants that point back if he could. Players taking their destiny in their own hands. So much on this match.
Service over. 19 all.
Exact parity to the scoreline when they met in the Saarland-Halle in Saarbrücken 3 weeks ago. 19 all, first game. On that day, semi-final Saturday, it was this man that just found a way in the crunch to win that opener, 21 points to 19. Can he do so again today? After a slow start, Kidambi has elevated his level. Who's it going to be? Finds a way through. Yeah, I thought it was flapping a bit. There's a loose bit of strapping on the back of that taped arrangement on his right knee.
Zii Jia challenges called out.
First challenge of the match, first challenge of the day. On 2. Big moment as well. Zii Jia backing himself. He thinks he might have kissed the edge of the line. Let's have a look. Oh, he has as well. Great challenge. Plumb on the paint.
Successful. Sorry. Correction. In. Service over. 20.19. Service over. 20.19.
That's missed. And it's an exact repeat of what happened 3 weeks ago in Germany. These two putting on quite a show for the privileged few today. It's Zii Jia, the second seed in the men's singles, who takes ownership of Group B. And he's halfway home in this one, gunning for a third consecutive win to top the group. 21 points to 19, Lee leads.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Both players looking to excel in early December and round out their year in style. And it has been a stylish year, particularly for Zii Jia. Kidambi Srikanth unable to really climb right back where he was in the summit of April 2018. At the top of the men's singles world rankings, he's languishing down at 14 in the world, which of course is very, very respectable, very high ranking. But this man
Second game
is eclipsing him at the moment in both ranking and form. Zii Jia, a game to the good. Here we go then, start of game 2.
Service over, 1 love. Service over, 1 all. Service over, 2-1. 3-1. Srikanth Kidambi challenges, gold in.
So, a second challenge in the last 3-4 minutes or so.
Correction out. 4-1. Play.
Oh, just too much. Overcooked it.
Service over,
Great idea, though.
2-4.
It's gone.
3-4.
So the deficit of 3 points becomes just 1 now from a couple of super points from Lee. Oh yes, so quick to close down the fruits of that straight smash, Kidambi.
Service over,
Really good.
5-3.
There's a keenness in those legs. He knows it's a must-win game if he's to attempt to qualify for the semi-finals. He's got to find a way through. He does have one win in Group B. That was over Toma Junior Popov, but he lost out yesterday to Viditsarn.
Six, 3. Seven, 3.
Now then, is this a turning in the tide? This second game has a different complexion about it altogether, doesn't it? 4-point lead for this man. Good play from
Service
Zii Jia,
over,
getting up there really quickly
4-7.
and giving that the treatment. Look at that for athleticism. Didn't have a lot of time to do it in either. Fast and furious from the second seed.
Service over. 8-4.
Another good judgment from Lee.
Service over. 5-8.
Trying so desperately to haul himself back to level is the Malaysian. Still 3 points adrift.
6-8. Zii Jia challenges called out.
Well, it was an instant and purposeful looking challenge, wasn't it? Immediate from Zii Jia, just as the umpires and the technical officials like. No doubting. Threw his arm up in the air immediately. Has he found it? No, he hasn't. They're the tricky ones, the cross the line shots.
Challenge remaining. Service over. 9-6.
So he's got to be careful here not to squander another challenge too quickly. It's very early stages of this second game, really, and he's only got one challenge remaining. Wants to save it for a crunch time. Oh, that is just brilliant, both of them. Absolutely excellent net exchange. Look at this. Top notch. Did well there not to touch the net as well, didn't he? Super precision with that finish.
Eight, 9. All.
Well, Kidambi appealing, saying, you know, his racket's over the net there, ump. With the umpire having none of it. That was a good dig. So parity on the scoreboard in game 2. Oh,
10-9.
How good is that? Reflexive brilliance from Zii Jia. So quick thinking. Kidambi feels really hard done by there. Look at this. Let's see it again. Look how super tight this was. Gets over it. Look there, there, and there. Oh, that's just fantastic from Malaysian fans' perspective. Very high skill level, and he didn't touch the net. He didn't have his racket over the net.
11-9 interval.
So, very similar to the opener. It's the Malaysian who leads at the mid-game interval. 11 points to 9 with some terrific net play.
For 2:20 seconds. For 2:20 seconds. 11, 9. Play.
Just over half an hour played in this one. Really intriguing. Oh, absolutely fantastic shot from Zii Jia. Outrageous skill level, just shaving around the left side of the shuttle here. Look at this, in a round head situation as well. That takes a lot of doing. Kidambi hadn't even flinched. No. Oh, that's gone as well. That's brutal. Margin so minimal in this highest level of world badminton. Yeah, that's good. He's found the line.
10, 13.
Yeah, wonderful. Really good power from Zii Jia with the flat hard drive. Rips it cross court with so much heat on it. Look at that. Old guard against new. One of the next gen players who really brings so much to the table, especially now he's added to his defensive prowess. Zii Jia. Kidambi just snatching at that one. Understandably. Seems like he has to rush his opponent even more. Yeah, very nice clip down.
Service over. 11, 15.
Well, it was a generous mid-game flurry, wasn't it? 7 points in a row from 6-9 down to 13-9 up. That served Zii Jia so well. Just turning on the style there.
Service over. 16, 11.
He's put together a really high-level match, hasn't he? Particularly on the big points so far, Zii Jia. Can he continue in that vein?
Service over. 12, 16.
Now, this man, if he's to get back into this, he has to surge about now. He's running out of time. Yeah, too much power from the Malaysian. Just buckled Kidambi Srikanth into error.
17, 12.
That was a late call, wasn't it? And I think Zii Jia has picked up on that lines judge hesitancy and wants to get it checked as a consequence. Now, this is actually a colossal point in the grand scheme of things, isn't it? If he's found this, which he has, he's looking really good now. Just 3 points away from victory is Zii Jia, second seed, with a barnstorming performance here.
18, 12. Play.
Not so fast.
13, 18. Service over. 19, 13. 20, match point 13. Service over.
Thought about wriggling over, didn't it?
14, 20.
So one of the match points saved.
Game.
Zii Jia, excellent in Group B. He tops the group with a fine performance again on his third consecutive day. It's a third consecutive win for the second seed here. Those photos will be panned all around the world. He was so professional, so businesslike, and just found those important edges today, didn't he? That little bit more pace, solid in defence as well, and diffused and contained his former world #1 opponent from India with some fine play, keeping the pressure on. That's what it was all about, coming through in straight games. 37 minutes required, coming through 21-19, 21-14, Zii Jia. A really good showing from him today. He'll be delighted inside. So he will march on through to the semi-final straight knockout draw tomorrow in some style. Next up, we've got Toma Junior Popov, who takes on Kunlavut Vititsaran, the Thai tantalizer and rapid riser, seeks to avenge a previous defeat from Popov. Can he put the record straight? If he can, he will progress to the semi-finals. Isn't it stunning? The West End resort where we've all been staying in this Bali badminton bonanza over the last 3 weeks. It's been absolutely gorgeous. And here's our order of play, confirming the win on day 3 for Zii Jia, a third consecutive win in as many days, coming through comfortably in the end against Kidambi Srikanth, though that tight opening game really was spellbinding.